This is Agentic Wave, your gateway to the latest breakthroughs in AI, the tech that's transforming how we live, work, and create.
Okay, let's talk about one of the biggest shifts happening in our lifetime, artificial intelligence. And look, this isn't some science fiction movie anymore. It's here. It is rewriting the rules of work as we speak, and it's happening right now. So let's dive in. We're gonna start with a bit of a jolt. This quote from the CEO of Fiverr, "It's not here to scare you. It's here to snap us all to attention." Because yeah, the headlines can be pretty intimidating, but really understanding this change is the first step to getting ahead of it. The stakes are definitely high, but you know what? So is the opportunity. So, before we can even get into how we're all supposed to adapt, we really need to understand what is happening. And what's happening is nothing short of a massive economic gold rush. And the data, well, it paints a very, very clear picture.
So first up, let's just talk about the sheer scale of the productivity jump we're seeing. A recent analysis from PDC found that since 2022, industries that are really leaning into AI are seeing 3 times the revenue growth per employee. I mean, think about that. This isn't just some minor boost in efficiency. It's a fundamental change in how much value can be created, and it's happening at a wild speed.
But all that value, it comes with a pretty big challenge: the speed of change. Right now, skills and jobs exposed to AI are changing 66% faster than in other jobs. That's more than double the rate from just last year. PwC actually calls this the AI-driven skills earthquake, and it is picking up steam. The ground is, quite literally, shifting right under our feet. So here's the big takeaway. Adapting, it pays, literally. Right now, workers who have AI skills are earning a 56% wage premium compared to their peers in the exact same role. And get this, that premium has doubled in just 1 year. So you really have to ask yourself, what could learning these skills mean for your career? Okay, so if the economic picture is so rosy, why is there so much anxiety floating around? Well, because this isn't just a tech revolution. As one expert put it, it's very much a human one. And that's where we start to see some really critical gaps opening up. And here's one of the biggest disconnects. Research from KPMG shows that even with this mad dash to adopt AI, more than half of all workers, 54%, have no idea what their own company's tech strategy even is. This creates this huge void between how fast the tech is being rolled out and people's understanding of what is actually going on. And that void, it feeds into what Workday is calling the AI trust gap. You can see it right here. While 62% of leaders are all in welcoming AI, only 55% of employees feel the same way. Now that might not seem like a huge difference, but it's really significant. Leaders are seeing the opportunity, while a lot of people on the front lines are just feeling the uncertainty. Closing that gap is a major challenge for every single organization out there. And this is the human cost of all that uncertainty. Nearly 2 out of every 5 workers feel that any productivity gains from new tech are totally canceled out by the negative impact on their own well-being. The constant pressure to keep up, the fear of being left behind, it's taking a real toll, and it completely validates the anxiety that so many of us are feeling. You know, this quote from Chris Ernst at Workday just hits the nail on the head. We've seen the numbers, we've talked about the human impact, so the real question is, how do we bridge this gap? How do we actually navigate this human revolution? All right, this is where we pivot. Enough about the problem, let's start building the solution. It is time to open up the playbook and talk about the practical, real-world strategies that you can use to become AI first.
First things first, we need to understand the next big thing: AI agents. And seriously, forget the simple chatbots you're used to. We are talking about AI workers that can handle complex, multi-step projects. Imagine an agent that could research all your competitors, draft a full report, and then schedule a presentation about it, all from one single instruction. They're like interns today, but they're quickly evolving into PhDs, able to reason, use tools, and take real action for us.
So how do you even start working with them? Well, the writer Dan Coe has this brilliant 5-step process. Think about a task you do all the time. First, you document it step by step. Second, you assume AI can do every single one of those steps. Third, you prompt it, turning your instructions into a conversation. Fourth, you refine that prompt over and over until the AI gets it 90% right. And finally, you store that prompt. And just like that, you've basically created your first AI employee. And this all leads to a really profound shift in our mindset. As Dahlia Kinnick from Thomson Reuters says, we're all going to be managers. Now, not necessarily of people, but of these AI agents. Our most important skill is going to be coaching, guiding, and directing our new digital team members. And for the leaders out there, the playbook is just as clear. It all starts with adopting an AI-first, human-led philosophy. That means starting small, finding real team pain points, and running low-risk experiments. It means encouraging your people to play around with these tools at home just to get comfortable. And most importantly, it means becoming designers of work and spreading skills like prompt engineering to everyone, so the whole company can speak the language of AI.
This brings us to the final and maybe the most important piece of the puzzle. The goal here isn't just to replace boring tasks. The true revolution is about elevating what humans can do. It's about moving beyond simple automation to really powerful augmentation.
Let's break this down because it's super important. On one side, you have automation. That's what the AI takes off our plate, the repetitive stuff, the data entry, the scheduling. But on the other side, you have augmentation. This is what we get to do more of. With AI handling the grunt work, we are freed up to amplify our uniquely human skills, our creativity, our strategic thinking, our empathy, and our ability to solve really complex problems.
When you put those two things together, you get to the ultimate goal, collaborative intelligence. See, this isn't some zero-sum game of humans versus machines. It's a partnership where we combine our greatest strengths, our ingenuity, with AI's incredible processing power to achieve things that neither of us could ever accomplish alone.
So in this new world, what becomes the most valuable skill? It's connection. Like Chris Ernst says, innovation thrives on it. The skills that AI just can't replicate, empathy, leadership, building real relationships, they don't just become important, they become our #1 competitive advantage.
And that brings us to the final thought here. The entire conversation has shifted. The question isn't what can AI do anymore. The real question is, what do we want it to do? The ultimate power isn't in the technology, it's in our hands. We're the designers now. We have the agency. So the final question is really for you. How will you design your future of work?